Pasukan udara dan darat Israel terus mengintensifkan serangannya di Gaza. Amerika Serikat dan negara-negara Arab mendesak Israel menunda operasi di Gaza yang dapat meningkatkan jumlah korban sipil serta memicu konflik yang lebih luas. Dan untuk mengetahui perkembangan lebih lanjut terkait hal ini, telah bergabung melalui sambungan telepon dengan Jurnalis Perang Budiman Wichers yang saat ini berada di perbatasan Israel Gaza. Hai Budiman, thank you for joining us
Monica.
in the CNN Indonesia newsroom.
Yeah.
Budiman, you're currently in the border of Israel and Gaza. Could you share with us how's the latest situation there?
Well, in the last couple of hours, we heard a lot of bombing, planes overhead, helicopters, and artillery fire that's been going on for the last couple of days. We've spent here now for about 3-4 days, and you can actually hear an increase, and you can see an increase of military activities by the day.
So, Budiman, you're currently in the border of Israel and Gaza, but exactly how close are you with the border of Gaza?
Well, we're driving next to the border. At some spots, it's like 2 kilometers, 2-3 kilometers from the border. But sometimes you can even get a little bit closer.
So from the news, we knew that the Israeli military launched the strikes to Palestinian sites. From your observation, Budiman, could you describe how massive the attacks are?
They are incredible. I've been gone to a lot of wars in the past. The amount of bombings that I've seen in the last couple of days were just, I was stunned by it.
Okay, Budiman, so it's...
So like a lot of activities on the road, you can see a lot of soldiers, you can see a lot of vehicles with military driving right into Gaza since the offensive has begun. You can hear artillery fire and a lot of shooting from both sides.
You mentioned that it's really massive. The strikes between Israel and Palestine is still ongoing. And of course, these tough situations impact the people there. How is it living in this war zone? Do the people still stay in their houses, or rather they would choose to stay in the shelters?
Well, the people on the Israeli side, actually are gone. Gone as in they went to hotels, Lebih or Jerusalem. They were all evacuated. So most places that we go to near the border are totally evacuated. Almost 90% left the area. The people inside Gaza have no possibilities to leave. I've spoken to people in Gaza by phone, and the internet is up a little bit. It's what they're telling me. But for the rest, the situation is very dire. They don't know what to do, where to go, and what to expect in the next couple of days. They're very scared and afraid for what is going to go, what is happening right now, and what will happen. And they don't know how the situation right now is for their lot, because they still cannot contact them.
We're so sad hearing that news, but regarding the shelters, could you share with us what is it like? Are these shelters safe enough for the people there?
The shelters in Israel are very safe. We've been into a lot of shelters because we had to run as well a couple of times to get cover from the bombs that were coming out of the rockets. Actually, were coming out of Gaza, but the shelters in Gaza are basically non-existent because a lot of buildings have been totally destroyed, so people don't have any shelters there right now.
All right, Budiman, regarding the war itself, we do hope that the war could end as soon as possible, and even the United Nations General Assembly has called for an immediate truce between Israeli and Palestinians. But unfortunately, there are 14 countries voted against the resolution, including Israel and United States. From your perspective as a journalist covering the war there, what should actually the countries do to end the war that had killed a lot of people there?
What actually should be done is getting, first of all, aid into Gaza so people can help. And then, of course, they can talk about the truce. What will happen tomorrow is that there will be allowed a little bit of aid. We heard yesterday there were like lots of distribution centers from the United Nations that were basically run over by desperate Palestinian people in Gaza who want to have like very simple things like bread and other necessities to get by for the next couple of days because they simply don't know what's going to happen. What should be done is a political deal, but as it stands, both the parties have stopped talking to each other, is what we understand. There were some negotiations about the hostages, and that has stopped as well. So, and there is like a lot of progress right now, and there should be for the people in Gaza and the people in Israel, because also here in the last half hour we heard a lot of outgoing rockets from Hamas. So people in Gaza and Israel don't feel safe at all.
Thank you, Budiman. We do hope that the war could end as soon as possible. And please stay safe. Budiman Wichers for joining us. Thank you for joining us in the CNN Indonesia newsroom.
Thank you.